Good afternoon, FSClub. Welcome back to welcome back to FS News Wrap Up. I can't believe it's the end of another week, but me myself, I'm kind of glad because, of course, today is the NFL Championship games. Who's gonna win? But anyways, this is a weekly wrap up where I do go over all the big news that happened this week, and I believe me, we have a lot of good news to actually go over. We also have tons of mods released this week, especially in two maps like Frankenmuth and Calmsden. But for this wrap up, I will be going over a massive patch that should be coming this week, plus have some news on the Ford SuperDuty coming to all platforms. Don't forget to join the club's Discord to keep updated on everything like mod releases or stream schedules. Link to the Discord is down in the description, so don't forget to join that right there. Question for the week. How did you get into Farming Simulator? I got into it with FS11 by just seeing it in the store, picking it up, played it for a little bit. Same with FS13. FS15 is probably where I got really hooked into it though. 3 hours playing seemed like probably like 30 minutes. Let me know yours in the comment section below. Like always, if you guys are enjoying the video or you're enjoying Farming Simulator 25, don't forget to smash that like button. Also, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that sub button and ring that bell. Well, roll that intro. Let's get to this wrap up.
Never wanna have no bars. I just wanna play my rock and roll like they do on the radio. Tom's got brand new drums.
Okay, let's get into the news for today. And the big one to go over is, of course, a patch that is hopefully coming out this week. I know a lot of us have been waiting on a patch and we might be finally getting it. But you see from this picture right here, it's going to have performance mode, various improvements, fixes for bugs and crashes, and much more. They are currently finalizing the next patch for Farming Simulator 25, version number 1.5. You can hopefully expect it to be released soon for all platforms. They are currently aiming for this next week. Now, what will this patch actually include? One of the most requested features is a performance mode on consoles to increase frame rate and fix crashes under certain circumstances. Both of these things will be addressed in 1.5, among other things. So, increased performance on PS5 Pro by default. So if you have the PS5 Pro, guys, you should have a performance mode by default. So 4K, 60 FPS. I am just I'm hoping that they didn't have to mess with the graphics a little bit to be able to get that. Because PS5 Pro is actually, well, I think it's actually the most powerful console out now. Also, they increased performance via optional performance mode on PS5 and Xbox Series X. So I believe if you're on PS5, the regular one, and Xbox Series X, you'll be able to have probably like a slider. Like, you can either pick probably quality mode, which is probably 4K, 30 FPS, or of course, if you do the performance mode, it'd probably be down just a little bit, and then, you get the 60 FPS. Also with this patch, general improvements, bug fixes, crash fixes, and more on all systems. More details in the upcoming changelog alongside 1.52. I'm also wondering if they're going to be adding anything too, because usually with these patches, we see something also added. But anyways, we should hopefully see this patch sometime this next week. Now let's get into a bunch of modding news that happened this week. The first one is actually from EY Modding. His MSI Ferguson 4000 series and the Farmel H has been submitted on the mod up. Now I'll just have to wait for them to successfully pass all testing. And of course, you guys know that testing list is probably massive, so we might not be able to see this until probably the end of February, because it does seem like Giants is actually prioritizing maps and updates right now. Also over this week, we got some news from JHHG Modding, more fresh FS25 content. A new pack of Goodyear LSW OptiTrack tires designed to FS25 quality standards will be included in their upcoming projects. So far, this set includes LSW's 1400 30R46, 1250 35R46, 870 R38s, 1100 45R46, and 1040 R32 tires. They will be available in, of course, the John Deere 8R 2010, 2018, and 2022 series, the John Deere S series, the John Deere S7 series, the John Deere 9R 2018 and 2022 series, and the Clax Xerion 12. And then I think he also has a surprise for a later time too for that. So that is looking really good right there. We also got a few updates from Chabalki this week, of course, on Alma, Missouri. The main farm is finally finished. You will have plenty to do on the main farm: horses, sheep, cows, chickens. Now the farm has a large silage bunker and a large silo with a capacity of only about 16 million liters. Now it's the turn of the farm near the city, which that second farm is now complete. On this farm, you will have a cow barn with capacity of about 330 cows, a farmhouse, and a couple of vehicle storages. By buying this farmland, you get the ability to manage the farm, and you also get one field with grass. The road that led from the farm to the town has now been removed for the reason of avoiding the old problem with UI workers who, instead of taking the real road from the main farm to the town, took the shortcut, which caused a bunch of problems. Also, according to your request, this farm will again have a large field with cows all over the farm. I am very happy for that. And he also got done with all the farmhouses for all 3 farms. They are now complete. Some big news from him right there. After that, so we got some news from SLO Modding, of course, about his Kenworth W900B. If you guys have not taken a look at my early look at this, make sure you guys do, along with, of course, the 379. Some really good trucks coming from him. But anyways, the Kenworth W900B, the new texture mode of the GE10 allows for a more elaborate work on colors. So when you buy it in the shop, you can also select various colors that make the model actually very beautiful. And then some more news about the Peterbilt 379 and the Kenworth W900B. Models continue waiting for testing on the model, both for all platforms. So these have both been sent off. We just have to wait and see, and hopefully they do come out very soon, because I know a lot of people has been waiting on some trucks. Now, of course, earlier this week, I think it was actually Monday, we actually got that big columns in. Well, anyways, guys, it did have, of course, bugs. I mean, it is a brand new map. He has already been working on it, and here is some of the fixes he's already doing on it. Fixed vehicles still appearing in start from scratch. Fixed issue with the traffic not using UK number plates. Fixed NPC David spawning player in building. Fixed pallets floating in air around BGA area. Fixed some trees floating near arable farm. Removed decals still appearing after removing cowshed. Fixed function naming on liquid fert silos. Fixed collision on corner near arable farm. Removed invisible collisions near farm. Fixed gate opening into building and village area. Fixed floating props next to some sell point areas. Fixed door that opens into the sky at chemical store. Lots of collisions fixed around the village. Removed flood because it causes splash issues even when it's gone. Fixed liquid fertilizer tank not working. Fixed general stores sell point not working. Fixed floating tire in cowshed. Fixed and replaced debris crusher with a better one. Improved sell points in multiplayer so everyone can use them, not just one farm ID, and added hotspot node for vehicle dealer along with teleport option. More will be added as he fixes and solve them. And then also, guys, if you guys are on multiplayer and you guys are having issues with the vehicles, you know, the cars that go around the village and all that kind of stuff, invisible basically, just turn off traffic. That is the only fix he has right now. Hopefully the patch that comes out, which we were just talking about at the beginning, will actually fix that right there. Which that is probably the big one that I want fixed actually in Farming Simulator. It's the whole syncing issue. I mean, syncing is definitely messed up on it. I mean, you could be plowing a field and guess what? It doesn't show up for a little bit. So hopefully they get all that fixed. Next, after that one, we got some news from Roughneck Modding. So an update on his console SuperDuty. After the first go around and fighting things that they weren't happy about with its making its way back into the game finally, he's got lots to do yet, but they are still keeping us updated on the progress. They will announce all the details and options soon, but yes, it is DRW and SRW. More info will be flowing out when they get closer to finalizing it. So be patient and we will be getting this truck out hopefully pretty soon. And just remember, guys, this truck will be coming out to all platforms because a lot of people's been asking about that. But of course, it will be coming out as a Lizard on console. After that, some news from 82 Square Studio. Of course, he has been working on his TLX Phoenix. It is getting the stripes vinyls configuration back. The one you guys see right there, that is actually the Longhorn one. And he actually had a poll going up on his channel. I think it was on Monday or Tuesday. But anyways, he had, of course, 4 different selections: the Grand Prairie, the Aveline, the Galveston, and the Herefordshire. And I believe the Grand Prairie actually won. And it actually looks really good in the game. And I cannot wait for the Phoenix to finally come out. Okay, now let's talk about a new map that's making its way over to Farming Simulator 25. A new modder in the name of Star Spangled Mods. He is making a new map called Wampsville, upstate New York. This is a standard size map for console and PC. You'll be able to place down your own sell points. You will also place down your own productions. He will release 2 versions of this map. The first one will have trees, a pre-built farm, fields, dealership, and animal dealer. Version 2 will be an empty map with the area's realistic terrain so players can build their own Wampsville, New York. There will also be a dealership and an animal dealer. Also, one of the cool things about this map, he's including, of course, the North American tallgrass, which needs some minor fixes, and then he'll actually be moving on to adding more crops later on. But this might be actually the first map that comes to console on FS25 that will actually have that tall American grass, which I kind of wish that was just a standard in the game. Okay, also over this week, we also got some news from Custom Modding with tons and tons of mods to convert. Custom Modding wants us to know, which one do you guys want to see first? Well, that is their question. Just so you have an idea, they already have the John Deere 4940, the Case IH Tigermate, and the Case IH 2150 practically converted and awaiting testing on the mod up. They'll be released soon for PC, which actually I believe over this weekend he did release the John Deere 4940 for PC players. So if you're on PC, guys, make sure you head over to his Facebook page and you guys can actually download it. But they still have a huge list of mods to actually convert, and this is of course result of years and years of solid work in Farming Simulator, mods that are actually transgenerational, and I'm waiting for a lot of this, especially like the Balzer or of course the Honeybee headers. Now, of course, with mods being, backed up on that testing list, we're getting a lot of news from modders about what they actually have in testing. Same goes for Hispano Modding. He has, of course, his MacDon FD2 pack and Demco trailer pack that is pending testing, the Horse Joker 12 RT pending, the Dalbo roller pack pending, the Anderson Group Stack Pro 7200 pending, the Agrizim Cultiplow Platinum pending, the Low Loader Gal trailer pending, and then pack of balers with winter was console testing, but it did come out earlier this week, which makes a huge difference. Love having actually a baler that we actually have a windrower on. Now, if you're also into forestry, we got some news from HR Forest. So their Pronoth Raptor pack has found its way, including the Raptor 300, the M650 mulch tiller, and the M650 the machine mulch mill. The machine mulch one, with it, trees can be easily removed directly and error free. In addition, there is also the possibility to set up planes. These can also be seen on the maps. You can tell if this function is active by a flashlight on the roof and the cabin. The mulcher only works with the Raptor from this pack. Notice the key placement in the help menu. So kind of like a new feature right there. So that one gets the news from Patty Fan Modding, an update, a garage with workshop and shelves for pallets. This is almost done, just a few fixes, and then it'll be ready for the mod testing. This is actually looking really good right there. It's good that we're actually getting a lot more placeables in the game, mainly like those American kind of placeables. Okay, now on to that last piece of news for today. It's actually from our good friend Lancyboy. First thing is, guess what? Lancyboy has new addition to his testing team, which is David Van Mall. He'll be actually testing all of his work. And plus, guys, he makes some amazing screenshots. David is actually a good friend to the channel. He actually gave me an updated version of actually Monmouth, Iowa that actually added a lot. So if you guys have been checking out that stream, guys, he is the one that actually added a lot of stuff on there, which makes that map even more better. But anyways, let's get into some news from Lancyboy. He's added another addition to his American pack. This is a custom built by himself, full color selection, and will be uploaded to the mod hub in good time when he is fully happy with his work. He also still working towards FS22 releases as well, which he actually released everything he had back then. It is now back in FS22. Remember those mods that he got, well, he actually got taken off, like Stone Valley and all that? Well, they are finally back on FS22. So if you stuck on FS22, guys, you guys can play those now. But anyways, he also wants everybody to know that he won't be going under Lancyboy for his American Placeables work. He'll actually be using his new name, American Moddings Incorporated, just for his American Placeables. His maps, he'll still be, of course, using Lancyboy. He's also got this right here. He's also converted his English Cow Barn pack in FS25. This pack has two versions of an open cow pasture and an enclosed pasture. He'll also be working towards FS22 releases as well once he is happy with his work. He won't be rushing to work. He's still trying to test more stuff. This is for all platforms. The open cow pasture is, well, it does hold 150 cows. The enclosed one will hold 100 cows. So that is a wrap for this week. A pretty big week, as you guys can see from all of that news we had. I am really excited. Hopefully we get that patch this week, because I know a lot of us console players, we actually would love to have a 60 FPS mode. Now, what is today's schedule, guys? Today's schedule, there is no other videos. Of course, tomorrow we will have FS News. Now, the next live stream won't be until Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, which I think we're going to be back on Construction Simulator, trying to get more and more of it done. Well, hopefully you guys do enjoy your Sunday. If you guys did like the video, make sure you guys hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the club. Don't forget to hit that sub button and ring the bell. Well, have an amazing Sunday. Go Chiefs. Peace.
Stumbling out of bed, and I still got you in my head. from all those pretty words you said. It's like I'm wasted. Every time I see your face, I'm losing track of time and space. I don't know where I am. It's like I'm wasted, and I won't waste it. And I promise that